Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Eliza Miron here at the Daily Run with Za, which essentially is me, Za. Been running every single day for the past 19 years, and over on Instagram, Daily Run with Za, I post videos and help inspire others to start a more of a consistent run, walk, fitness type habit. So this series is about the commitment journal that I just came out with. So commitment journal, better yourself through the daily commitment of a run or a walk. And it starts with the Z to A guide to a daily run. And then we do have a journal in the back and a calendar. So this video is about Za. So today we're going to talk about Za and how, I got started and how that could potentially inspire you. So let's get into it. So like I said, my name is Eliza. Many people call me Za. Just recently, past few years, I've been sharing my story about not missing a daily run since September of 2002. So I have some other YouTube videos that kind of go more into depth about my run streak. So if you go to runeveryday.com, that's the Streak Runners International website there that will tell you exactly what a run streak is and what qualifies as a run streak. So if you go over there, I do have some podcasts that talk with other streak runners. I have the Raven, Bob Kraft, who lives in Miami, and he's been running every single day for 47 years, just hit 47 years. Mark Covert tied up or hung up his shoes, I believe, 45 years, retired. And then I do have many other podcasts with women streak runners if you're interested in learning more about what a run streak is. So this journal is supposed to help you plan ahead and be more consistent and committed to a daily run. So Za, the Z to A guide, is about me. So basically it's kind of how my run streak evolved over the years. So when I first started my run streak in 2002, I was a junior in high school, and I just had this desire to be good at something. And, I was a former gymnast. I wasn't very good. I wasn't flexible. I could just, do the tricks. And I just knew there was a stopping point. I wasn't going to progress anymore. So it's I just wanted to be good at something. I wanted to focus in my life, and randomly joined the cross country team the fall of 2002. So pretty quickly I learned I could see results. Every day we had practice. My coach at the time had us run 7 days a week, and that's kind of how my run streak started, because I looked back and realized, wow, I've been running every single day for a month. Let me just try to do it for a year. But he was a pretty bold coach, making us run 7 days a week. And I definitely could see improvements very quickly from running. So it's that kind of got me hooked in some ways. And that's why, the journal also, if you commit, it would be so easy to commit for 5 days and be I don't see anything. Let me switch to something else. Let me do CrossFit. But as far as running, it's really commit to those 100 days and see what changes happen. It's just, you really got to commit to one thing. And I think in today's modern society, there's so many different things and different choices that there's an overload of information. We just get a little confused. So that's a big thing about me, is when I find a passion, I really focus on it and go down to the depths of the ocean. Whereas there's so many things out there, you could kind of surf the shallow part of the water, but without really diving down to the depths and really practicing running every day, and then, learning about yourself through that, you're not going to be able to, go down deeper into a practice or into, an understanding of yourself. So, that's, for me, that's what running was. I also have practiced yoga for the past 12 years, Ashtanga yoga. I've spent some time in India learning. And that was one tradition that I've been able to kind of dive down deep. There's so many yoga traditions these days. It's easy to get lost and distracted. Same like anything in today's world. So just really keeping that in mind in anything that you do. If you really want to be good at something, not only studying it to a T, but putting that into practical experience every single day. And that's, what I've done. So the first kind of decade of my run streak, I was a competitive runner, and, that brought out a lot of discouragement and, on the negative side, discouragement, comparison, unattainable goals. It was very difficult for me to really feel good about running a certain time. Like, I broke 20 minutes in the 5K in college, and then I'm like, ugh, like other girls are running under 18, so I just never felt content. And that's, learning about yourself is getting over those life lessons and understanding, wow, this is good for me. So that first 10 years, I was very competitive about it. And I think there's something to be said about planning races and having goals and goal setting. That can be very motivating, but it in a way to not discourage yourself from, continuing running. So the second part of my run streak, about 2008, 2009, I guess it was more like 2011 is when I kind of hung up my racing shoes, kind of like the few years before I found yoga, and I just really wanted to dive to the depths of yoga and really understand what that was about. And, yoga is many lifetime long journey. So, obviously there's still a lot to learn there too. But I was able to learn how to balance the run and yoga. And it's, I know there's not anybody else in the entire world that has a run streak and also practices Ashtanga yoga. So not like that makes me any more special than other people, but it's like I have an understanding maybe of both aspects of a daily run and this Ashtanga yoga practice, which, it's accessible to everybody, but it is a pretty, I'd say, intense practice as far as, dedicating 1.5 to 2 hours, 6 days a week for many years. I mean, that's what I've done since 2010, give or take, with pregnancies and whatnot. So basically from my past 19 years, and it was kind of like early on, my dad would ask me, oh, how much did you run today, Za? And I'd be like, yeah, 12 miles, 18 miles, 20 miles. And then on the days where he asked me that and it was an easy day, I'd be like, well, just a measly today, even though it was like 4, 5, or 6 miles. But it's, so somehow that word measly turned into this concept of the measly mile. So going forward into your run or walk streak, like that is the minimum. Just run one measly mile. That's all you need to do. That could be 10 minutes, that could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long it takes you to get that mile. That's all you need to do. Or you could even tell yourself, you put on your shoes and say, I'm just going to run 1 mile. You get to that 1 mile, maybe I could run a few more, and you keep running. But it's like that mentality of knowing just a measly mile, like we make time to spend 10 minutes in a drive-through getting a McDonald's coffee or a Starbucks or, whatever. I actually do not do drive-throughs. I avoid drive-throughs at all costs. I've probably been in the total maybe of 2 drive-throughs this past year. I just don't believe in the drive-through situation. That's another video. But, the fact that we're spending our time sitting in the car, but it's like we plan that as part of our day. Like, why can't we plan that as part of our day to run or walk 10 minutes or 20 minutes every day? I think it's a similar concept. So it's not about getting out there and pounding the pavement every single day. It's about that commitment to yourself. And that's what it's been for me, is this commitment to myself every single day for the past over 19 years. And, we do have other priorities in life, but the fact that you're able to put yourself as a priority for, like I said, 1 mile, 10 minutes, 20 minutes every single day just really helps life. So that is the Z for the Z to A guide. And my question to you is, are you capable of running or walking at least 1 mile every day for 30 days? Just kind of ask, 30 days to start, a week to start, but kind of just ask that to yourself. And that's why I have it written out as a journal. So you could literally write out, do you think you're capable? You know, some people might say, no, I'm not capable of doing that, but I'm going to try. And then maybe you end up running 100 out of 100 days, or, 50 out of 100 days, which is still good. So, are you capable of doing it? And maybe what sort of things do you need to prioritize in your life in order to make that happen? So when I was first started my first year of my run streak, it was more like, I'm going to make myself capable. I don't care whether or not I think it's going to happen, I'm going to do it. So it's the same, I have a video on how I ran all through pregnancy and after giving birth. It wasn't a matter of is this possible? Is it going to happen? It was more like, no, this is going to happen. I'm going to deliver this baby, get my run in, and move on with my life, do my run the next day and the next and the next, and just take it day by day. So hopefully this has been inspiring to jump in and grab the commitment journal, but we still have many other letters to cover. And I hope that you do enjoy these videos. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, Daily Run with Za. And over there, I post daily videos about running every day. Send me a DM or whatever else. And can't wait to see you in my next video. Thanks.